All right. Hopefully you can hear me. What I want to talk about in a minute here, you're just going to have to bear with me here. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do right now. But what I want to talk about is who would want to be a rapper in today's day and age? Who would want to do it? I just don't get it. I don't even understand. I mean, it's got to be like the most unpromising career path at this point that you can possibly, you know, take. I understand wanting to rap, trust me, wanting to make music. I went I went worldwide independently, what nobody has ever done in the history of all time with my music, okay? But like, bro, it's getting ridiculous, man. I mean, I'm seeing rapper after rapper fall off, uh, go through a bunch of crazy stuff. Um, they're dropping like flies. That's the reality. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It truly is ridiculous. You don't really ever see any of them truly succeed. They're catching cases. They're owned by the system, basically. I mean, that's really the actual reality of it, right? They're owned by the system. By the prison industrial complex. Tried to wave at him. I was a little late on that one. It's all good. But yeah, for me personally, I just don't understand it. I really don't. Um, it's not like the old days, At the old days, even then, they were all getting set up right and left. They were going through things right and left. It's just been insane. Um, so I don't know. I just watched like another rapper receive a life sentence. I mean, it's just crazy, bro. Hold on, real quick. There we go. Our matey. Man, it sure is expensive though when you want anything that tastes halfway decent. That's for sure. Too expensive for your boy. We on this YouTube budget. They gotta pay me better. I don't know if they're waiting for me, but you're good. Look like Pablo Escobar. But that's impossible. Impossible. Got me a slush. Big slush flush. Slushy time. The Slurpee. It's a Coca-Cola one. All the other ones were like liquid coming out. That's the only one that was like actually like icy. The problem is I pay for it and then I just down it real quick and it feels like a waste of money. But I'm hungry. Got me a corn dog and burrito too. I'm hungry. I think today is literally like the first day that I've even had like a corn dog or burrito or anything slightly meal like in a long time. I'd like to start getting it if I get some donations. I like eating like this better. They're gonna have to fix what they doing at this other place. I don't know what their deal is, but they're gonna have to do something because that. I'm sorry, but that cashier don't know what the hell they doing at all. They've been a problem every single day, and it's to the point that the lines are backed up to Timbuktu because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, if you've been doing it this long, you should know what you're doing. There should not be a line backed up to Timbuktu. And yeah, it's just to the point that I'm not even going to wait. Like, I'm not going to get nothing because I'm not going to wait that long. Because it's going to take a whole hour. It's already what, almost 7 o'clock or something? Like, hell no. I ain't going to just sit and wait around. Yeah, they're outside today. I bet Fido's out here. Where's he at? I don't see him yet. Slurpee's good though. Slurpee, slurp, Slurpee, slurp, 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 snarf, snarf. Thundercats. Snarf, snarf. I had a man stop and say hi to me. He said, "What's up, Batman?" Had another guy too say something like that. So it's pretty cool, man. Word travels around. It's good when the grown men respect it, That's always good. Another honk. So they support me. It's just like I said, I just think that they don't have the channel. So when they talk to me, I try to let them know what's going on so they have some concept of what I'm doing on here. But I mean, what I do really has nothing to do with this. It's not just because I'm on here. This is just so you can see what's going on a little more. I still only show y'all what I want to show you anyway. But like I said, I'd be doing this regardless. This is going to be my career for the rest of my life, for eternity. Real talk. But yeah, I don't know. The one guy was super nice. He was cool. So it's always good when people are nice and positive, man. Me, I'm just not really that used to it because back in the day, all I ever ran into, especially down here, was problems and trouble. So I think that's what folks don't get. For me, it's a pretty big deal. I'd rather have folks get along with me and like me and respect me trying to get this split on, man. Than, to have people just whatever have a chip on their shoulder or something. It's part of why I do this, to try to bring some unity between the cultures and people too down here. And I honestly think it's working. Like, I legitimately think that I'm actually accomplishing that, which I'm pretty happy about, because down here, that's a hard thing to do. I mean, that's why I think God put me here, because he said, I'm going to put you, it makes sense. He said, I'm going to put you in the most difficult place. People don't even know what I've come up against down here. You couldn't fathom, couldn't imagine, and I think that's the point, is if I can deal down here, I can do what I'm doing down here, deal with people, I mean, and I can make it through. And, when I'm basically the great white hope, no hype, baby, just the great white hope. But when I can do that, I mean, that says a lot, and I'm not like egotistical about it, or, like, I walk between cultures comfortably. So it's a little different. Most people can't do that, so I mean, it matters. Believe me, it matters, because I can guarantee you that a lot of my fans are Mexican, especially down here. And that really matters too. I don't look at it as a business approach, but I'm just saying, well, how do you think they market? Like, why do you think they marketed like Tekashi 6ix9ine? Because they know that that's the predominant fan base in the US and in these other countries. What y'all don't get. They make this rap music to go market it to Ecuador and Guatemala, Cuba, all these other countries. It's just crazy how we commercialize product to market it and sell it to them. Mexico, I mean, they're actually, I believe, like, our number one consumers of a lot of stuff, music and everything. So, I definitely want to have them on my side. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm half. So I don't really have a choice. It's either embrace me or don't like me, and and lose to me, because I'm going to win. But I just think it's good when you bring people together. So that's what I try to do, man. I am going to be a man about everything, but I try my best. I can only tolerate so much, and I don't put up with nothing, but I do my best. Oh, man, I got to get me a new belt. This is ridiculous. It's irritating. I want to interview Rob Wack. What did that gremlin do to you? Yeah. What did that gremlin do to you? Are you okay over there, Rob Wack? You okay? You need to have a little talkie? You okay? What did she do? What did she do now? It's hilarious, man. He gets online and swears up and down he's super thug and super gangster, and then you could see that he's not that at all. you know? What did that bad evil lady do to you now? She just won't get off of him, will she? She's giving him a hard time. And I think that might be your karma. Just saying, I think that's what that all. I told y'all that these folks' relationships was their karma. Y'all thought I was joking? I told you. I said, yeah, I said that them folks, they're each other's karma. like the Phoenix and Lamar Wills and the Buns Dot and all them folks. Sometimes people are each other's karma. The Mike Mills and the Jamil Nuts and that other weird lady or whatever that I won't speak on because I don't know who the hell she is. Too quick. But yeah, sometimes people are your karma, you know? Me, I got nothing but dharma coming my way, good karma. That's why I have Christina. Christina's amazing. That's the thing about true love. It's not forced, you know. Like I would never pretend. I just truly am in love with Christina. I'm also kind of in awe of Christina and just how she is, how she talks, everything. It's pretty cool. It's very different in a good way. Um, but, it's just like you said in the movie. I haven't really had much luck with women. I haven't. I've had a lot of experience with them. I had plenty of that. Not really a good thing. Y'all would think it's a good thing, but it ain't. But I've had plenty of that. I've been through everything they have to throw at me and offer. But yeah. So I don't know. I mean, hold on. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to look in the grass. There's a snake in my boot. But yeah. Golly, I'm so over this. Like really. Golly. Tired of it. But I love my life. I love being down here too, man. It's cool. Like I need to get some more money together so I can get me some enchiladas, but I don't like the way this restaurant up here makes them. Like I like real enchiladas. Like, well, there's the gas station. I guess theirs they make them pretty good. That plate's like 10, 11, 12 bucks. See, that's what I'm saying. It's everything cost me so much. Cost me like $6 for this. It's a burrito, a corn dog, and a little Slurpee. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. $6? Like that was like I'll be trying to avoid like how you like you're like I don't want to spend like $10, $20 on a meal, right? So you go grab like that, like three little things, and I'm thinking like, oh, okay, it'll come out to like at the most a couple of bucks, maybe four max. Like now $6. Like golly, bro, I could have just gone and had me a whole meal for 10. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. It don't even make sense anymore. Inflation is crazy. It has no mercy. It's like Bitcoin. Every time it crashes. For real, like $6 for this little nonsense. It's ridiculous. This corn dog better be good. Better be good. That corn dog better learn how to talk real quick or something. For $6, you better get a talking, walking corn dog. This corn dog better grow legs and start walking. $6. That's crazy, son. Like, real talk. That's downright blasphemous. It ain't their fault. They don't make the prices. The company. It's ridiculous. I want to start getting them breakfast tacos if I could ever wake up early enough. That's what I should do, but they're expensive too. It's like $5 for two of them for the little cute tacos. That's the deal. Like, man, y'all act like $5 ain't nothing. $5 is a lot of money right now. We're talking 5, 10, $20. That's money. That's a lot. For two egg tacos, I'm just gonna eat real quick and move on about my day. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I don't care what no one tells you. Right now, it's a lot. That's why I try to go so hard with my career path here, being the Batman. I love what I do, man. I'm sure these folks don't love what I do. I'm talking about online. I got so many of these jealous envious ones. But like I said, I don't know. God told me I get paid to exist, so we kind of chilling now, which is good. That's the way we want the energy, but so irritating. Little sunflowers. Yeah. Every time I hear that name, yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about on here. I didn't know whether she was a chick on here or she was Tekashi 6ix9ine's distant male cousin. Ah, oh, for real. What happened to them fools? What happened to them? They sure got their karma, I guess. Her and that weird weirdo Will character. I ain't never forgot. It's ridiculous, but well, they're gonna have to come to court. They can. They're gonna have to come to court. It's federal indictment. So get ready for that, buddy. I heard one of them was over there in Florida, like West Palm Beach. We gonna be in West Palm Beach. Don't worry, Batman got to go out there. That's the place where they act like they so tough at. West Palm Beach, dog. Like, yeah. Well, when I'm out there, we'll see if they try that nonsense with me. I doubt it. I mean, they're more than welcome to try. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna win against Batman. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I'm gonna be in West Palm Beach, operating actively. We basically choose where we operate. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, folks don't get it. It's just about money now. I mean, if we get the budget and the money, it's just all about traveling and me just being. I won't be on foot. I'll be on a Bat Pod motorcycle, Batmobile. You know, but I'll have to get down and get on foot anyway half the time. So yeah, I'll be walking sometimes. I like walking. That's a real Batman for you. Real Batman gonna be walking. One guy asked me about the scooter again. I was like, nah, that's been messed up for like a year. They all remember that scooter, which is kind of cool. But man, y'all should have recorded more videos when I was riding that thing. Like in this area though, because that was the cool part. That was epic. When I put on this bulletproof vest and I started riding that scooter, and I'd ride it all the way from over here. And if people had been recording, you know, that's what would have looked cool, but I don't really want them to do that or be distracted, of course. But, you know, when you have the chance and you're sitting idling or whatever, that would have been a cool angle. Truthfully, it would have been super cool. I could see these ants. Golly, they're huge. They're everywhere. Get away from me, ants. Sick of ants. Ah, but yeah, I don't know. The guy over there was nice, so that's good. I just try to tell them all what I'm doing here, and it carries by word of mouth. It's a great business. I'm gonna tell you something too about street beef. Street beefs is fake as hell. Yeah, I could tell that all of them they bought their subs and views. Street beefs ain't nobody. Real talk. I do better numbers than street beefs in my sleep over here. That's what y'all folks don't get. Real talk. They stuff is fake. You can tell by looking at it. You could tell when these people's subs and views are fake. They ain't getting paid off this. I guarantee it. And if they are, like I said, I don't think they're following the legalities and the rules. I don't know what that's about, because if you didn't earn your channel genuinely like I did, that's illegal, bro. That's like racketeering. You know what I mean? Because you're paying for all that fake stuff. So to translate that into money, that's illegal, dude. Because you're paying to make money. I mean, that's the weirdest thing I ever heard. You know, I don't believe for a second that any of those channels are genuine. No, I don't. You can tell they're not, because one video will do 185,000 views supposedly, and another video will do 1.4. I mean, hell, Batman's doing better numbers than Street Beefs. Let's get real. Seriously, look at the channel. As far as consistency, I'm doing better numbers. My channel is suppressed by the government. Remember that. So that's why they don't show my true numbers, because I'm probably doing millions of views. I mean, my it is ridiculous, bro. Where is the common sense? Like, do what you're gonna do. Yes, that's the problem with folks. That's why I stay away from people, because they lack common sense. You know what I mean? That's the type of people that are everywhere. They'll try to get you into problems and issues and then drag you down with them. Hell no. I'm telling you, man, I'm watching these rappers cop a plea every 5 seconds, snitch. Y'all don't even care about snitching and being a soldier boy running and tell them anymore. I got no moral compass, no future, no nothing. It's ridiculous. Who in the hell would want to be a rapper today? Real talk. Be a rapper sucks. Real talk. I just watched another one get a life sentence. Cash Out is his name or something. I ain't never even heard of him. I got the names like little tool shed. Yo, I'm little tool shed. Yeah. A little tool shed, homie. You know what I'm saying, dog? Yeah. Come on, cuz. Come on, cuz. Come on. I said, come on, cuz. Yeah, little tool shed, dog. Yeah. That's all. That is ridiculous. I'm Little Lighthouse. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? This isn't a tribe. The hell? Like, what? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what to call y'all anymore. You're a complete joke. Like, what in the hell is y'all doing all these life sentences about? Like, I thought you was a rapper. How you gonna be a rapper and the truth come out that none of y'all rappers make no money? Look at what Sean Kingston did. And they be getting everybody involved, dragging them all down with them too. Them rappers, they got all they people and them going to prison. All of them. It ain't just the rappers. It be all they family members. Like, real talk. Like, it's crazy, son. Real talk. Cash Out. That's what just happened with him. Like, that's crazy. Like, what in the hell are you doing? What the hell is wrong with you? That's what these rappers think the game is. Oh, I'm going to prove I'm tough by acting like I'm reckless and ignorant. You think I'm ignorant? I don't think anything. I can see. Thank you, sir. That's what that one fool said when he tried to pretend he was going to do something and didn't do nothing. And I challenged you right in front of your face. And I come down that block all the time to let you know it's Batman and you don't do nothing about it, boy. Right? Facts. You think I'm ignorant? No, I don't think nothing, but now I do. You just said that nonsense. Why don't you tell the people the truth? How I stood up to you and backed you down, right? And I was just by myself, just me and my bare hands, right? And you, right, tried to reach for something. Remember? Yeah, yeah. These are real folks doing this type of stuff, right? Yeah, yeah. You went and pulled something and still couldn't do nothing with the Batman, and I was off that day. I wasn't even working. Yeah, it ain't the first time I won when people done, tried to pull some or reach for something. I've won every time. 52 blocks always works. Real talk. It's just funny, man. But see, that's why I do this for a living. That's exactly why I do. That's part of why I do this, because if I ever run into any trouble, they're probably going to take my side, and they're at least going to have to take into account, like, no, this is really his career path. This is what he does. He's in the street all the time with it. And, he actually helps, like he's providing a service for the community. So if somebody tries to do something towards me at any point, I have to defend myself. I don't have to, but I do have to, but the thing is, self-defense don't really exist. So you got to start getting smart. See, that's the reason why we use our vocal cords and we talk. Martial arts, you defeat your opponent mentally. You never have to resort to the physicality. We already know we can win physically against anyone. That's not the point. The point is about being smart. You're not going to let anybody have you catch cases and drag you down, right? If you're smart. See, that's what the game became. We'll keep it a buck with you. Back in the day, we just didn't care, but we was moving differently back in the day. It was a different time. Back in the day, we just didn't even care, but everything was different. The system was different. Now the system is too corrupt for all that. So now you have to try to be smart. That's just the truth. That's why, like I said, I stay calm. I don't react. I observe and I get ready and prepared. That's it. Like, I'm going to take care of myself. Don't worry about that. But you got to be smart how you do that, because if you make one mistake, this is the truth nobody wants to talk about. And it's very odd because it's very important. Okay. And it's extremely relevant and applicable. You make one mistake, I don't care who you are. Right. And you're going to end up in the same position as that cash out rapper. And that is what I am going to avoid at all costs. And believe me, it takes courage to do what I do because of that, because I don't have to do all this. I choose to do this. I choose to help and protect people and be Batman and do what I do. I love what I do. You know what I mean? But I'm also aware of what comes with it and the risks involved. I'm aware. That's why I be smart, and I'm really good at my job. That's what people don't want to say and give me the credit for. So it's like, I don't know. Just got to be smart, man. You got to make wise decisions. But like I said, it helps me because I'm getting more and more notoriety, more fame. And so that's going to always help me, you know what I mean? But this is why we need the budget and the money, because when things go down, there's going to be a lot that goes down, probably. Maybe not a whole lot, but there's going to be stuff that happens. Trust me. Like, we're not even trying to avoid that. Like, we're leaning into that. That's the difference. Like, I'm moving with God. We're on a whole different life path than anyone right now. And you know how many people I got jealous and envious praying for my downfall that wish that would happen to me, that wish I would make a mistake. I could just be tough. I could be proven I'm tough like I've done a million times, and they would want that. And I'd slip up and make a mistake, or something goes wrong, and then all my future You know what I mean? I don't have that. I'm sitting in a cell like them. That's what people want from me. I already know. So that's why I'm smart. That's why I talk publicly and bring everything, make it a public issue so people can see when people try to move on me, even in their coward approaches. Okay, I go, this is what they doing. Look at them, and I put the spotlight on you so people can see. Oh, you're moving cowardly. You're moving with the devil. You're trying to trick me out my throne. You see what I'm saying? I'm on the throne, homie. I'm the king. I'm the king. Couldn't see me in your dreams. I'm a king. Real talk, like T.I. said. Right? What up? What's happening? All you haters can get at me. That's me. But yeah, like I said, Batman is smart. Batman is very smart. But I'm not scared. See, that's the thing. I'm not no coward at all. I'm the farthest thing from it. And a lot of dudes in the street, they be woofing too much. Like dudes will talk, and that's the thing. They'll try to create fake fear, and they'll try to talk their way into pretending that they can use words to assimilate like they're tough and you're not or something, you know. All that stuff is fake and fugazi. I don't care what anybody says out their mouth. Talk is irrelevant. The way we got raised and programmed, the school of streets I come from, that's actually real and the real thing. We got taught to be calm and respond. We have different conditioning. I don't take any disrespect whatsoever. I move immediately, you know, but at the same time, that's what I'm saying. Now as the years progress, you got to kind of adjust and evolve and get smart. That's why this is so perfect for what I do. Just perfect. It's all perfect. It's all set up perfectly by God, you know? So like I really don't have any fear of anything, but I'm just saying, y'all folks better pay attention. This system in Texas, especially everywhere, it's out to get us. It is out to get everybody. It makes no exemptions. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. In my situation, at least they have to look at it and say, well, you know, he's Batman. I mean, this is what he does for a career. So any problem he came across, he wasn't starting it clearly because I don't just be starting problems, you know, but I will definitely take care of myself and defend and protect myself. But even if I do that, I'm real smart about it because I don't trust this system at all. I'm telling you right now, self-defense doesn't exist. If you think it does, you're sadly mistaken. Why does my knee hurt? All that walking. All I do is walk, walk, walk. But yeah, hold on. I'm just saying, who the hell would want to be a rapper? You know, that's all they do. It's like Chicago. They're all like, yeah, I'm thugging, I'm this, I'm G Tough. And you see what happens to all of them. It's the same result for all of them. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is, you know, all of them. And, you know, I mean, this is what these places do. Mexico's the same way. They just do it to their own. Tell me when I'm lying. Tell me when I'm wrong. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, people get to actually hear my point of view and my perspective now, which is kind of cool. Like, grown men, you know, street dudes or not, right? They get to hear my take now. And I bet a lot of them are like, man, the dude actually knows what he's talking about. Like, yeah, I've been living this for a long time. I did bar security. Dudes would walk up to me and have conversations with me, like, just take one look at me, and they're like, yeah, I could just look at you and see you're about that action. Like, real talk, I'm not even joking. Like, I wasn't even trying. I don't overcompensate. I don't do nothing. People would tell me, the dude that I thought y'all sent as an agent that was trying to pretend he was selling CDs like me, trying to jack my hustle and my style, my steez. My steez. Shout out to steez. You know, he said it too. He was like, yeah, you look like a fighter. You know, I was like, oh, well, thank you. You know, I mean, I am one. Been one my entire life. That's what folks don't get when I'm talking about Mike Tyson and comparing myself. Oh, I'm right there with him. If not better, I think I'm definitely better. I think I'm trained a lot better. I think I'm a lot. I mean, I think I'm about as quick, if not quicker. I really do, and I know the strength level is there. Oh yeah, no, I'm built like that. You know, it ain't about size, brother. It's about strength. I can get big real quick. Like I said, it's just taking protein. You don't want all that extra weight and bulk on you, though. It's just going to slow you down. So if you get someone quick who had the applicable strength, they could have defeated Mike Tyson time and time again. You understand? But never really had anyone like that. They never had anyone like me. They had some good guys that I think some did win against him. I can't remember. But there was that one white dude. He was a bad dude. He was pretty bad. I can't remember his name, but he was something else, kind of like a blonde guy like me, long hair, built. He had it together. I can't remember his name. They said he was something else. He had a lot of power. You know, I mean, there's always going to be a great white hope. We definitely have it in our lineage. You will get one that is just built like an ox, but see, I'm not that. I'm the little guy that just trains harder than everybody. I was never a big guy. I was always very little and thin. You know, it's like Tupac said, coming up against dudes 3 times my size. My size. That's me. I'm the Tupac of this. Real talk. So, you know, that's the thing, though. I can take anybody, and I know I can. Anyone. I don't care who you are. I could take anybody, especially at this point in the game and in my life. I'm trained like no other. It's all I do. That's why all I do is practice and do martial arts. Because trust me, it matters. You know, you want to be the best, you train harder than everybody. You know, and you got to actually do it. It's got to be applicable, you know. So that's the hardest thing. You know, people can work out all day, but that boxing and moving like that, that's a different type of movement. And I've noticed it gets me more and more ripped the more I do it. So you can see why boxers are built like that, because you practice and train enough, it builds your body like that, you know. And people just don't get that you have to practice this craft. Hold on. But yeah, like any craft, you have to practice it. But my point is just that God has to give me the money, man, because I got to have billions and millions of dollars. That way, I don't know how he's going to do it. I'm not God, but I'm the vessel he uses and he's using. I know that. And you got to give me a lot of money, man, because, you know, whatever happens, and, you know, when we really get busy and we get to these other cities and states, you know, I mean, you know, there's going to be some soldier boy running tellings, you know, and you think the system don't know that? I'm sure they watch. I'm sure they're looking. I'm sure there's judges and DAs and juries that watch my show and people who are jury members. I'm sure all sorts of people watch me at this point, you know, and trust me, I'm sure they watch and pay attention, you know, and that's good because the notoriety will help me at that point, is my point, you know. But I'm just saying, I ain't coming out here, you know, on some fake stuff. What I do for a career is very real, and I have to be smart about the decisions I make. So I need the budget, I need the money from God, because it'll just make it a lot easier for me to push my weight around, to be quite honest, you know, because that's what Batman needs to do. I don't have time to wait and not react. I got to be reacting and responsive, and I'm just going to have to be with it. You know, I can't sit there and play, you know, hide and go seek or whatever and play patty cake. I got to just get busy and ask questions later when I'm in the street as Batman actively, you know. So it's all real. So that's what folks, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I got to have that money, you know what I mean? Because that's what's going to save me and help me. And I know God's going to show me the way. I'm not worried about it at all, but I'm just talking about it so that people can try to gather an understanding of what all this is for. You know, I've trained almost every day, and I've been doing this, the real thing, for about 2+ years. I just kind of focused on the training more for that reason, because it's the smartest thing for me to do. Stay out the way and get ready and train now. I already accomplished everything and just have fun with my channel, and that's what I'm doing, you know? So God will show me the way, you know what I mean? But that's my only point, is just that with the money, with the budget, it'll help me a lot, because I can kind of do what I need to do, and then worry about it later. You know what I mean? And like I said, oh yeah, no, Christina will have bail money on hand for me. I'll make sure that she's carrying cash on her, actual bail money just in case. uh, Batman's pretty gangsta. That's what y'all don't get. Batman is a thug, you know. So I mean, my girlfriend Christina, she's gonna have bail money, cash on her. Like I know how to move, you know. So it's so Christina's so cute and adorable too. It's just she's tough too, you know. It's just she's just so adorable to me, you know. And it's just funny, you know. And she's like, "I'll be at the hotel. You can go to the hood." Like it's hilarious. Like, and yeah, that's what I want. That's what I was saying primarily. I want you good in the rich part of town. But yes, Batman has to, you know, go unleash the beast in the hood in the ghetto, and that's just how it has to be. I mean, it'd probably be in the suburbs too. You know, nowhere is exempt, but I got to work and I got to do what I got to do. You know, and I'll get it out my system and then come back to you. You know, and then get it out my system some more. You can do it. You get it. All right, hold on. The doggy. So yeah, like I said, yeah, Christina will be carrying cash bail money. I think ahead, man. You know, so you know, my whole point is when you got money like what I think we're gonna have, um, I'm not gonna have to worry about too much. You know, I mean that's the thing. I'm gonna be pretty much untouchable and unfindable and everything. You know, I'm planning on falling off the grid, and that's what folks don't get. So it's like, you know, y'all don't seem to get it. Like the thing with like the Woffers, like, you know, I really want them to try to keep it a secret wherever they're at. If it's not out, please do. Don't tell no one where you're at, because if you can keep that under wraps, it'll help me because that'll be a refuge for Batman for sure when I'm working. You know, so that's the thing people don't get. I'm playing. What I'm doing is it's kind of like Tyler Durden said. He said I'm building franchises, but I'm not doing it the way he's talking about. Of course, that's disgusting and weird and malicious. And I have a girlfriend. I'm talking about I'm building franchises in the sense that I want to be able to go to different cities and states all over the US and all over the world and be able to just show up. Like there's going to be times I need to just get away, or I'm running possibly or whatever from whatever. And, you know, there's going to be times I need rest. I need, you know, there's going to be times I need help. You know what I mean? There's going to be times I need, you know, medical and stuff. There's going to be, you know, different situations. I just know it. So my deal is I need to build a lot of refuges, I call them basically, technically like safe houses. That's what I want across the country, like safe houses, but that are nice and have what you need. And we'll make them upscale and pimp them out. Like that land that the Woffords are on. Man, this is so irritating. But quit doing it this way. Why? All right, here you go. I'm walking, do it the other way. So, yeah, like I said, I want like safe houses all over the country, like literal safe houses, like off grid. So that's the thing. The thing with the Whoppers, that's going to be a refuge, and I can just show up. You know what I mean? I don't care if I have to fly over there in a Batman helicopter thing. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. I got to have spots all over. And that'd be a perfect area in the middle of the desert. See, y'all aren't piecing the puzzle together. God is at work. He's moving. I mean, there's a reason why they got that land out there. There's a reason why I'm talking to him. Christina's gonna A-okay it. I can pretty much promise you. She's gonna like them. And I told her to watch the live today if she can. They're good people, man. Sir, they're sincerely good people. I don't see any reason why she wouldn't approve it. I'm gonna try to help them. You know what I mean? For sure, regardless. I want to help them. They deserve it. And oh, what a cute dog. That's the point. It'll be like little safe houses all over the country, and then when Batman needs to show up and needs help or needs rest for a night, I can just show up and I don't tell anyone I'm there. And him and I will probably be in business together, so I'll have every reason to be over there, and do whatever I need to do. But that's the thing. I need spots that are off grid that nobody knows where they are, so nobody can track my movements or my whereabouts. You know what I mean? That's the point. Y'all don't get it. I'm gonna completely disappear and vanish. Like when I get this money, Christina and I, like, we're gonna be living off grid. We're gonna be moving like under the radar. Like you're not gonna know what the hell we're doing next. That's what folks don't get. I move like Jason Bourne. So, and there's a purpose to that because I don't want nobody knowing where I'm at or what I'm doing at any time. And y'all don't get them smart enough to be able to pull it off the right way, to where I'm in Detroit and I'm working as Batman in the street, right? And then all of a sudden I got the channel showing us in a fancy restaurant in, let's say Manhattan the next day or next couple of days. And that's the thing, like it's just going to be impossible to know what I'm doing or where I'm going or what, nothing. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, and it's just common sense. I mean, it's just the way it has to be. I don't care what nobody says. I'm thinking ahead in the future. I mean, you got to be a genius to do all this. I mean, it has to be that way because, you're coming up against all these illegal entities and enterprises. Like I said, I might be able to do it straight up with the channel. I don't know. I got to see how God wants to do it. But I think being unideable and all that would be smartest because it's just common sense. When I win in the street against whatever, whoever, folks in all these different cities and states, you just know common sense, right? They're gonna go snitch. They're gonna go say, nah, there was a bat. And it was an actual Batman, and he came and he did this and whatever. And I had this $300,000 chain around my neck, and he snatched it. He just grabbed my chain. He said, "That's mine," right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and and they're not going to believe him. They're going to be like, "You're joking, right?" Like, it's going to be just like the movie. I'm just telling you the truth. I mean, it's inevitable. It is what it is. And they're going to say, "Nah, there's no." They say, "Yeah, it was a 6-foot bat." It's going to make the tabloids, the papers, and everything in these major cities. You get a Batman operating, bro, they're gonna be like, "What the hell?" You know what I mean? That's all. They're gonna be tripping. The media will get involved. It's gonna be a whole thing, bro. Trust me. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, So when people say, "Yeah, there was a Batman and he stopped this from happening and he helped this old elderly lady or whatever I do," because it's still gonna be all good stuff. But I gotta stand my ground. I gotta stand up to folks, and I don't play nice. So I'm just saying, when they run and tell and try to snitch and, "Oh, there's a big bat, it's a big Batman," it ain't gonna matter because I'm gonna have all the money for any disputes or anything or discrepancies, and it just ain't gonna matter. You know what I mean? Because quite frankly, like they're gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" So it is what it is.